Hey friends, Coach Jackie here, and today we're going to talk about perimenopause. This will be your guide to thriving in perimenopause. So let's get started. What is perimenopause? Let's talk about it. This is a transitional phase leading to menopause. This is when your hormones, especially estrogen and progesterone, starts to shift. It typically begins in your 40s, although many women can actually start experiencing this as late as your 30s. This phase can last several years and often brings changes to your menstrual cycle, your mood, energy, your sleep, and more. So, perimenopause does not have a clear start or end date. Experts actually say that it unfolds gradually and affects each person differently. You may feel totally fine one month, and then suddenly you'll notice heavier periods, poor sleep, or changes in how you handle stress. These are all normal, by the way. It's just your hormones actually adjusting. So, for many women entering perimenopause, they can feel off guard, right? We're unsure what to expect. And I just want to let you know many of these are normal symptoms. All right. Normal. All right. So, we're going to talk about them. But, anyways, you are not alone, my friends, as a lot of research is starting to come out, a lot of women talking about perimenopause and what we can do in order to alleviate some of the symptoms that we have. However, I just want to let you know that I'm going to talk about some supportive ways to kind of help you, some natural strategies, but you should always consult your doctor as well if you're experiencing any changes that you have questions about in your healthcare. So let's get to it. Just want to let you know perimenopause is a natural transition. Okay, it is natural. Every person's journey through perimenopause is different. So your friends might say one thing happened to them, and then you can say, well, that doesn't happen to me, and that is okay. All of us have a different journey in this. So let's talk about some common signs of perimenopause. All right. We might have irregular or heavy periods, trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, fatigue and lower energy. That is me, by the way. Mood swings, anxiety, right? Hot flashes. We hear about those all the time, or maybe night sweats. We also have brain fog or difficulty concentrating, which is a thing, breast tenderness, changes in libido, bloating or digestive shifts. Many times, with many of the people that I work for, this is a huge thing for them. They're like, hey, Jackie, I think I have some sensitivity to the foods. And it might be because of perimenopause, right? Feeling off or just not sure why you feel off, hey, that is a symptom of perimenopause. That is something that happens for many of us women, as well as weight fluctuations, especially around the midsection. All right. So, signs and symptoms of perimenopause. As you move through perimenopause, your body begins to shift from being fertile, reproductive state into a new hormonal rhythm. These changes are completely natural, but they can cause some notable effects. All right. Physically, mentally, and emotionally. So let's talk about hormonal fluctuations. Your hormones, especially your estrogen and progesterone, don't simply decline steadily. Instead, they can rise and fall, and it's unpredictable, by the way. So I want you to think about perimenopause as a hormonal roller coaster ride. It's just not a natural slope. All right. Estrogen may spike higher than usual, then suddenly drop. And this can trigger mood swings, heavy periods, and breast tenderness. And then we also have progesterone. Often that declines first, especially when you skip ovulation. And then what that can lead to is anxiety, poor sleep, and shorter cycles. So I want to let you know why it's not just about your period, right? Many times people are like, well, I can't be getting into perimenopause. I still have my period. Hey, that's not a factor. Even if you still have your period being normal, you may already be in perimenopause. Hormonal shifts may affect after more than just may affect more than just your cycle. They can impact your stress response, your sleep quality, your ability to build muscle, and your emotional balance. Okay, so let's talk about some other effects that might be happening due to shifting hormone levels. All right. Your brain and mood can be impacted. So it can lead to brain fog, memory lapses, feeling off. So that is something that's huge, especially that's impacting me quite a bit in my stage, in my journey with perimenopause. Sleep patterns, having trouble falling or staying asleep, or night waking. So you're waking in the middle of the night. That's a true thing. So many times you'll hear, hey, I've been waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's a thing with perimenopause. Okay. Nothing happening to you or anything that's supernatural or anything like that. That might just be a symptom of perimenopause. Okay. Metabolism. Hey, we have weight gain around the belly, blood sugar swings. How about muscle and bones? Yep. Changes happen there. Changes in strength, more aches or stiffness, libido and skin. Yes, vaginal dryness happens, changes in sex drive, a drier skin. All right. And then we also have cycle changes. So they might be shorter, they might be longer. We might miss them altogether. So all that is a part of perimenopause. So I want to talk about how to support your body naturally. All right. Your body is an incredible thing. All right. And it's incredibly wise. So during perimenopause, it's working really hard to adapt to this new hormonal rhythm. And so we need to support our body during this transition. And it can be simple. With just sustainable habits and reducing your stress so you're not putting more stress on the system that's trying to adapt during this transition, and help you feel more balanced from day to day. So, one, focus on your blood sugar balance. Okay. And many times we don't hear this, but I want to talk about it. Hormonal shifts can make your blood sugar more sensitive, leading to crashes that affect your mood, your sleep, and your cravings. So, what do we do about it? Eat your protein, healthy fats every meal, even your snacks. All right. And also, don't skip meals, especially breakfast. All right. We don't need to be in perimenopause dealing with those symptoms and being hangry at the same time. No bueno. Your body needs to be nourished and to be cared for during this time. Avoid sugary pick me ups. Opt for protein rich snacks instead. Very important on this one. Add fiber rich vegetables. Okay. Very, very important for absorption. And then, so to sum this up, energy, we need to make sure, excuse me, that we have a balanced blood sugar for more steady energy, fewer mood swings, and better hormone communication. Okay. That's very important. Number two, prioritize nutrient dense anti inflammatory foods. Very important. Your body needs need a little extra attention and extra nourishment to manage inflammatory inflammation. Sorry, not inflammatory. Just been reading a lot lately, but inflammation and rebuilding hormone pathways. So important that you eat supportive foods, including green leafy vegetables, including your broccoli, your kale. How about colorful berries are very, very important. Wild caught fish, so such as your salmon, your whitefish, those kind of things for your omega 3s. We want to eat some of your meats and eggs. All right. Olive oil, flax seeds, chia seeds, your fats, right? Avocado. And then how about bone broth, some fermented foods? Unless you have a sensitivity to it, we might want to stay away from it. So think whole foods, lots of colors, healthy fats, and clean protein. All right. Moving on. Number 3, lower daily stress load. Okay. Your body's already going through a lot during this transition. So reducing your stress is going to go a long way. During perimenopause, your stress response becomes more sensitive. All right. Sometimes people will say you changed. Well, you did change. Your stress response is more sensitive right now. So it's so important for you to get 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. And I know that is very hard for many of us, and especially we know that perimenopause impacts our sleep. However, I want to remind us that many times we prioritize other things such as our work, our loved ones, just even socially, we prioritize that over our own health. So it's so important for you to get 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Prioritize that. Sleep is our superpower. Um, Try gentle movement like walking, stretching, and yoga, especially in the evening. We hear from many of our clients that are coming through perimenopause that they feel a little bit more achy, more stiff. So it's really, really important for you to kind of stretch and work that out, get all the tension out of our bodies. Practice breath work, journaling, and simply doing less. Now, that is a mouthful there. But like we said, your body is undergoing a lot of transition, and we need to support this transition. All right. Your body needs your support too. And it's you. You need to prioritize your health. So, practice breath work, take a class like Align or even a classic if you join me at Pure Barre Fishers. That's really important to get that mind body connection. Really focus on what's going on in your body and releasing anything that does not serve us. Also, journaling will allow you to really get to know yourself and find out what are you struggling with? What do you need to work on? What do you need to release? All right. And then simply doing less. I know I'm in that prime time of my life that I'm like, add it all on. My plate is full and it's overflowing with things. Okay. Actually, we need to do the opposite, doing less and really focusing on ourselves, focusing on the things that are vital to us, that are important to us, that will help us achieve the things that we would like to achieve. And to do that is not to add more to our plate, but to actually minimize and focus on the things that need our attention. All right. And then next is limit caffeine. I know you're killing me here, right? That's what you're saying, coach. Yes, we need to limit our caffeine, especially on an empty stomach. So, in summary, reducing stress is one of the most powerful things that you can do for your hormones. And you've got to take care of your hormones because if you don't, my friend, you will not be a kind person and it will not serve you. Okay. Number 4, hydrate. All right. Um, Hormone balance is linked to how well your body eliminates waste, including excess hormones. All right. Did you know that? So here's a tip: drink half of your body weight in ounces of water per day. All right. We need to remember to eat those fruits and vegetables that have a lot of water in there too. Dandelion tea, lemon water, all of those things will support you. And aim for a daily bowel movement. All right. How do we do that? Well, add fiber. So those vegetables are important. Also, hydration helps. All right. So let's talk about supportive supplements. Now, I want to let you know I am not a doctor or a healthcare provider. All right. So you'll want to go to your healthcare provider when adding any new supplements. Okay. Many times, even as a nutrition coach, a women's health specialist, I'll tell you we want to try to get these through foods. However, if we cannot, we need to supplement for it. That's why it's called a supplement. But please talk to your doctor before adding on any new supplements. Okay. But I also want to throw this out here too. While no supplement can fix perimenopause, the right ones can help you feel more supportive, nourished, and tuned in to your body during this phase, okay, during this season, right? So we want to promote a balance here, improve your energy, and ease some of the more frustrating symptoms that hormones shift. So, one of my biggest go to is magnesium. And why? Well, it supports mood, sleep, muscle relaxation, and blood sugar regulation. So it's great for calming the nervous system and improving sleep quality. And actually, when I was having problems with sleep, I turned to magnesium, and that has helped me immensely. How about B vitamins? All right. B vitamins are essential for energy production, brain function, mood regulation, and hormone metabolization. All right. Metabolism. So it's important for fatigue, for brain fog, all of those things. Get your B vitamins in. All right. Omega 3s are very important. I've been talking about this quite a bit. Anti inflammatory, it supports your brain health, your mood, your skin, your hormone production. So, get your omega 3s in walnuts, fatty fish, chia seeds, right? So much so that I actually eat probably salmon about 3 times a week and I do a supplement. So, again, make sure that you're getting your omega 3 fatty acids in. It helps with your mood swings. Very important. Joint pain and mental clarity. All right. It counters that brain fog. Okay. So get it in. And then vitamin D3 and K2. All right. So your body makes vitamin D3 naturally from sunlight, especially afternoon sun exposure on bare skin. Okay. And so vitamin K will help support healthy levels and improve your calcium absorption. So the two are very, very important. So prioritize a little afternoon sunlight when possible or in the morning. In the morning, I love to get that right after my meditation and prayers. Stand just right in front of a window that has some sunlight, or if you can go outside, that's even better. But right now, it's probably freezing where you're at when I'm recording this in at the end of February. So you probably don't want to go outside. So stand in front of that window that will give you some sunlight. But when you can get some sunlight, about 10 minutes if you can. If not, we need to supplement for it to fill in the gaps. All right. Coolio. Let's move on. Movement, mindset, and sleep. So important. Creating a lifestyle that supports hormonal harmony. All right, say that 5 times fast, but very, very important. Hormonal shifts during perimenopause don't just affect your physical body, they impact your mood, your motivation, your sleep, and energy. Okay. And so the good news, your daily habits can make a powerful difference. Movement, mindset, and rest are non negotiable pillars that will help your body adapt more smoothly to these changes. And I cannot stress this enough, my friends. So move with intention. You have to be intentional about movement. My mentor, Brendan Burchard, he is a speaker, an author, a motivational speaker. He is great, right? A coach. And so he used to say, hey, the Power plants don't have power, they generate power. And that is true even for you. You don't have motivation, you don't have energy. We create it through movement. And so we want you to be intentional with your movement. And so for many of you, you join me in class, but be intentional often. So strength training 2 to 4 times a week. All right. If at that basic level, 2 to 3 times, but hey, if you're aiming for gold, go 4 times a week. Helps preserve muscle mass. We start losing that during perimenopause. It protects your bones and supports metabolic health. All right. Gentle movement like yoga, like a line, even some of our classics, walking, improving your mobility, that will help you regulate cortisol levels and calm the nervous system down. Okay. So important for you to not only go hard with your strength training, but also go soft with doing some stretching, some yoga, some walking. So mix it up. The goal is to feel energized, not run down. So variety is your best friend in this phase. All right. So if you're feeling wired or depleted after a workout, just really important to actually prioritize recovery as well. So recovery is your sleep, eating nutritious food, and really relaxing and taking those moments when you need to so your body can recover. Sleep is very, very important for recovery too. Okay. So let's talk about mindset and emotional wellness. Hey, perimenopause also brings on emotional shifts, mood swings, irritability, right? You're going to feel overwhelmed from time to time. Nobody tells you that, but I can take on the world many times, but due to the hormone shifts, I feel so overwhelmed and I can't get anything done. So this is perfectly normal, by the way. Okay. So there are signals from your body, and it's helpful to be aware of them so you can better deal with them. One, give yourself self compassion and tons of grace during this time. Okay. I just want to let you know you are amazing. And yes, you are already doing a lot. Give yourself some grace. Here's the thing, try journaling or mindfulness to track your patterns, vent emotions, because you're going to feel like emotions. And I want to let you know emotions are not always truthful and they're not always your best friends. So write them down instead of saying, I feel. Hey, write them down because it might not be real. Okay. It's real feeling to you, but maybe you're interpreting things wrong. And I just want to let you know that that is perfectly normal. Write it down, get it onto paper, and then reconnect with yourself. This is so important for you to reconnect with yourself because I got a last point and I want to bring this home. Also, reduce overstimulation. All right. Screens, caffeine, packed schedules. Give your brain some breathing room. All right. Even taking 5 minutes in between breaks and closing your eyes and breathing in and breathing out to connect and say, hey, release is so important, so vital to ourselves. I know that seems weird, but it's not. It's going to help you immensely. Okay. And by the way, this is what I wanted to bring home. You're not losing it. All right. You're going to feel like you are losing it. And we actually say it like, I'm losing it. You're not losing it, my friend. You are amazing. What you are doing is recalibrating. So you deserve tools and support that will help you thrive. All right. So take it in. All right. Don't pack your schedule, right? Do some journaling and be mindful. All right. Really be present. What is going on with you right now? And write it down. All right. Before you respond and just check in with yourself. All right. Sleep is a superpower. I can't express this enough. It does not mean that you are lazy when you're prioritizing sleep. It just means that, man, you are equipping yourself in order to deal with any challenges. You need to give yourself some sleep and some rest. Okay. Sleep disruptions are one of the most common complaints in perimenopause, and one of the most crucial things that we need to address. Even sleep experts recognize that sleep changes that occur during perimenopause. So, sleep disruption actually happens quite a bit. So, create a wind down routine. Dim lights, avoid screens, and keep the bedroom cool and dark. Also, one of the things that I forgot to put on here is reduce your alcohol intake. That really leads to sleep disruption as well. And on top of perimenopause, it might not be working for you. All right. We just talked about this in one of my fitness classes, where alcohol is no longer serving us, so we need to make sure that we reduce, or when we are drinking it, that we reduce the amount that we're actually drinking, and then combating that with a lot of water in between our glasses. So if you're going to have two, make sure that you're drinking a lot of water, or reduce that to one or to none. All right. Also, in the morning, and I was just talking about this not too long ago, or the afternoon, get some sunlight to support your natural rhythm. All right. That will help you with your sleep. So, in the first thing in the morning, if you can stand in front of the sun or one of the windows or go outside, that will help you with your natural rhythm. So it will wake everything up for you. You're telling your body, hey, it is morning. So during the evening, that it can actually go to sleep. So many times, don't tell her, but my sister, her house is dark, and she likes it dark. But I'm like, this is going to impact your sleep, girlfriend. Open up the curtains, get some sun first thing in the morning, open all up. So now she opens it all up. So, because I explained to her why it's so important. Love you, sis. All right. Consider natural sleep aids too, like magnesium. That has helped me, but ask your doctor and do your research on some other um, supplements that you can take, or sleep aids that will help you get a nice, restful night ahead of you. Okay. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of restful sleep. Prioritize in your sleep. Once again, it's not lazy, it's foundational to your overall wellness. Okay. So let's talk about an action plan here. And I am one of those, like, information is great, but unless you write down a plan of action, um, hey, you might be stuck in this loop, and I want to get you out of this. All right. Here's a true plan that we can do, right? And you don't need to do it all at once. All right. That's not going to make you effective. Once again, I don't want you to add more on top of your plate. You're already maxed out. However, if we do maybe 2 to 3 items, and that we're doing it regularly, then add on an extra step every so often when you feel like you are confident. Um, just keep on adding them on when you feel ready. All right. So here's number one in your nutrition: eat a protein rich breakfast. All right. We're talking eggs. We're talking about yogurt here. Some of our oatmeals have a high level of protein in them now. So we want to make sure that you are eating a protein rich breakfast. If you need ideas, I'm your girl. Let me know and I'll help you out. All right. Balance each meal with protein, healthy fats, and fiber rich vegetables. We need the water. We need to go to the bathroom. Number two. Okay. So it's so important for you to focus on your nutrition during this time, and that we are nourishing our body to support this transition. Also, 1 to 2 servings of colorful vegetables at every meal. Every meal, even breakfast. I can give you some ideas. Spinach, great. Broccoli, great. All right. Peppers, great. Colorful peppers, red, yellow, orange, all of those. They matter. Okay. Eat them. All right. We can give you some ideas around that too. Reduce refined sugars and processed foods. All right. You know me, I'm a big kicker on that. We want you to eat whole foods, if at any minimally processed foods at every effort possible. And then make sure you're hydrating, water, herbal teas, broth. Okay. Coffee is good, but we need to reduce the amount of caffeine that we do have. Okay. Movement. All right. Move your body. All right. Even gentle walks count. Incorporate strength training at minimum 2 to 3 times a week. All right. Add stretching or mobility exercise in your evening routines. Number 3, mindset and stress. All right. How do we do this? All right. Mindset. First thing in the morning, I'm going to tell you what I do. At night, I have water next to my bed just in case I get thirsty in the middle of the night. Sorry, nose itching there. And so, I drink that water. If not, I'm going to go downstairs and make sure that I drink a full glass of water to get my day started. And then I am going to I spend probably about 20 to 30 minutes in prayers and meditation. However, I'm just asking you to get started with 5. Connect with your body. All right. And there are things on YouTube. For me, I go through my Bible app in order to reconnect with myself and with my faith. You can just, listen to some meditational music, some spa music, whatever it does, and go within, go inside. All right. And think about things that you are grateful for. So that is gratitude, and just breathe. All right. This is an amazing machine. And right now, during perimenopause, your hormones in your body is all out of whack. So, hey, you can actually practice this daily to get everything in alignment with yourself. All right. To arm yourself to get everything in control. And it starts up here. So breathe in, breathe out. That's active. Connect with self. I really, really like this. Saying that it's been with me forever. A boat at sea will not go down or wreck, or what do I want to say here? Oh my gosh, I'm losing it. But I got it now. See, perimenopause in action, your friends. The boat did not sink because of the water around it. It sank because of the water that got into it. Landed it. Hello. But I just want to let you know, you need to go within or you will go without. All right. Also, set boundaries to protect your energy from yourself and from people. All right. I just want to let you know. All right. So set some boundaries. We're going to have an awesome day. All right. I'm not going to internalize things of the outside world. I'm not going to let it impact me. I'm just going to let it float. And whatever happens, happens. Okay. Don't internalize anything. Set those boundaries, protect your energy. And then create moments of joy, demonstrating gratitude, or put on, some music, and just experience those moments of joy. For me, I might think about my loved ones, or I might put, like, coming from 1993, some Salt and Pepper. It's none of your business. Or, I know that seems like a little red negative, but it's not. Or, do a little dance move, do something, find some, create some moments of joy. Maybe your pets, your animals, whatever that is for you, just do it. And then create space for stillness throughout the day. All right. So, if you're one that's practicing faith, I always say, hey, reconnect with your faith or your God or whatever it is throughout the day. All right. Call a friend. Right? Stillness throughout the day, and your body will thank you for that. All right. So create those moments in your day. And yes, you can. I've been an executive as well. And so if you are a boss or a leader, hey, you can do this better than your employees. If you are an employee, let your boss handle some things for a moment, all right? Take some space for yourself. Your body will thank you, and your employees and your loved ones will thank you. All right, I'll get off my soapbox now. All right, let's talk more about this action plan number 4. You can work on your sleep and rhythm. So get up in the morning, get some sunlight within the hour of your waking. So therefore, your body knows, hey, it's morning time, and then you can sleep in the evening. All right, aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep nightly, and then reduce screen time at night and wind down mindfully. One of the things, a habit that I've created, if you would like to have this habit, please still. So I know that I have a turn down routine. So I'm going to brush my teeth and wash my face and removing any makeup if I was using that, or re-moisturize and stuff like that. When that happens, there's no more screen time. All right, I'm going to go to bed and read a book, talk to my partner, Toby, or, just really reconnect with self once again. All right. So reduce some screen time, still it's all yours, my friend. Do it. All right. Supplements as appropriate. All right. Talk with your healthcare provider, and then, ask them about magnesium, vitamin D3 and K, omega 3s, all of those things. All right. Ask your healthcare provider and supplement if needed. And then track how you feel when you're taking that supplement too. I know for some of us are like, I don't even know why I'm taking it. Well, write it down why you're taking it, and if there's any changes. If you're not feeling good, you might need to ditch that supplement. If you are feeling good, improvement, hey, keep going. If there's any changes on there, just writing it down will help you. Remember that during perimenopause, you're forgetful, and so therefore writing it down will help you. All right. You're not getting old. You're just experiencing some hormonal shifts. All right. And then habit stacking ideas for real life. So I put some like small steps that you can actually do, like brushing your teeth at night, and then once finished, do 5 deep breaths, and maybe a short list of gratitude, some reading, those kind of things. And then what will happen, or how does that help? It calms your nervous system and improves your sleep onset, right? So here's just some things that you can do. I do have a full guide on this, so you don't have to listen to this presentation over and over again. Just let me know. And actually, that's a great segue into the very end of this. So, as you know, I'm Coach Jacki. I'm a certified personal trainer, a certified nutrition coach, a women's health specialist, and just health coach. My business is the Selfish Life. So if you would like a coach that's going to help you in your fitness, your nutrition, your mindset, I'm your girl. Contact me at coachjackiweaver@gmail.com. I'm also on School. That's my own little community inside School. If you are not on School, check it out. It's a great resource for you. And guess what? It's free. All right. There will be some paid things on there. Yes. But a lot of stuff, I actually give it to you free. So go out there. All I ask for you to do is like it. All right. And that's so important for us coaches and creators, is that if you like something, that helps us like say, hey, they like it, so I need to create some more things around that, and communicate in the comments and ask questions. I mean, that helps us do what we do. Okay. And then also, website is coming. I still don't have it up because I'm spending all of my time actually doing presentations and getting out there. So I rather not have a website tool that I'm focused on right now. But it will be coming, my friends. I promise you. But I'm already telling you everything that's going to be on there. So just follow me on my socials. Email me with any questions. If you need help, I'm always taking on one-on-one clients, and I do want to help you on your health journey. I hope that this was helpful. And if it was, I need you to comment. I need you to share. I need you to tell me if I did a good job or if I did absolutely awful. I promise not to internalize it, but constructive feedback is always helpful. Just don't be mean, always be kind to one another. Anyways, I will talk to you soon. Enjoy.